All right, Sean Zittel, FightHype.com. We're with the undefeated, hard-hitting, fast lightweight Frank Martin, the ghost Frank Martin. But Frank, I don't know if you're too into boogeyman talk. I know you're the ghost, but are you also kind of the boogeyman of the lightweight division? Or I know you like the NFL. Are you that team nobody wants to face in the playoffs?
That's what it's been looking like. That's what it's been looking like. Uh, I'm trying to get the big fights. They'll eventually happen though. They coming real soon. So I just got to stay ready for them.
Yeah, is that kind of the name of the game right now? Like just patience and performing really well against who's in front of you?
That's boxing. When you're a fighter like me, that's what you got to deal with. And that's just what I'm dealing with. So I just got to stay ready.
Now, what do you think of your opponent? Tough Armenian guy, undefeated, won the bronze medal in 2016. Artem Harutyunyan. What do you think of him?
Man, I feel like he's gonna be a tough opponent. He coming to win. He got some experience. He got a lot of amateur experience for sure. 200 plus amateur fights, and he got a medal in the Olympics. Everybody's just not getting medals in the Olympics. So I expect the guy to come out, a guy hungry. I expect the hungry fighter to come out and try to, take my O, but I can't let him stop my show.
Rivera came out kind of boxing with you and you took every round, won the shutout. If this guy comes like he looks on tape, awkward and aggressive, is he getting stopped? Are you getting the stoppage?
Absolutely.
Part of me is almost a little surprised you say that. I didn't know if you were going to hit me with the, well, knockouts come. This is boxing. We don't go looking for knockouts, but you're not having that, huh?
Yeah, no. If he come in and he reckless and doing too much, yeah, he gonna run into something big.
Now, going back to that Rivera fight, and Frank, correct me if I'm wrong, you started boxing at 18, right?
Yeah.
So in the Rivera fight, it's one thing if a guy starts late and he's athletic, he's fast, he punches hard. But I think the skill level was impressive for a guy starting at 18. How do you explain that?
Man, I feel like it got a lot to do with just my day in and day out of the gym dedication. I'm one of those people like I'm a perfectionist. So like any flaws, like my fight with Rivera, any flaws that I see in myself or anything like that, I always look into improve them and get better. So I can be okay. I like how I look when I do this or that. So anything that I look at myself and I don't like how I look, I go and I fix the problem, until I like how I look. So I just feel like I study myself a lot just for improvement, and then just me being in the gym so much, and also the coaching that I have, man, is just I'm constantly growing and getting better.
What didn't you like from the Rivera performance, or is that like top secret that you keep to yourself?
Man, I wouldn't. It was just a few things, that I could have looked, a lot sharper with. I don't want to put it out on what it is. Man, I see you in person, I tell you, but it's some things that in that fight I could have just looked a lot more crisp with. That's it.
Was it like a closing the show thing? Like next time in that situation, you're gonna try to get them up
Now,
out.
it wasn't closing the show, but that's one of them though. I definitely could have closed the show for sure. That would have added, a little cherry on top of the performance, a big cherry on top of the performance. But it was one of them things, man. Like I ain't really big on like. It's still people would be like, oh, he ain't stopping, so he ain't got no power. I must have some power because everybody I hit, they be like, they just not pressing. They get hit and they get real leery. So I'm just one of them guys. I ain't fall in love with my power. I ain't in love with my power. And I can box. I'm okay with going the distance. Everybody like knockouts. So now I gotta just start giving people what they want. I'm going for them knockouts, but I'm just one of them guys like I'm patient. So I can knock a guy out, or I could just have fun. In Rivera, I have fun.
Now, talking about how that skill level looked and starting at 18, the kind of big three at lightweight right now, Haney, Stevenson, and Tank. these are guys that started as little kids, like at 8 years old, as opposed to 18. Could you break it down for me why, when you cross paths with them, why, that won't be too much the advantage to where they win the fight? Them starting at 8 versus you at 18. Why will, you still be able to win those fights despite that?
Man, I feel like first, I don't got all the miles on me. I'm still like, I don't got all the miles on me, and I've been a top athlete in every sport I played, you know what I mean, my whole life. So it's just like I'm a student, so anything like the time that I missed out on boxing being younger, it's been made up for, These certain fights is getting me ready for those bigger fights. I'm in the gym constantly, every little mistake that I make, critiquing it, I'm gonna be ready, whenever I got the speed, I got the power, I got the understanding of the game. So it's just like, once them opportunities present itself for me, I'm gonna be ready for them guys.
Like your opponent on the 15th, Artem, Olympian, won the bronze. Do you get, being kind of a guy who's had to get it from the back door, didn't have that hype coming out of the amateurs, didn't make the Olympics, do you get an extra chip on your shoulder fighting a guy who's coming from the Olympics like him? Or when it comes time to fight the guys I mentioned earlier, you got a little extra chip on your shoulder, like, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I feel like I just got like, every fight that I fight, man, I got to look at the fighter that's in front of me, so I can't look past Artem, I train for every fighter like a champion. This dude ain't win a medal for no reason, so I'm gonna give him his respect as a fighter, and I'm gonna train hard, just like he is a champion. So I'm gonna go in, man, I'm gonna do what I do against Artem, but like, what keeps me going, man, is it's not so much, it's the big fights that I want. The people saying I'm not ready. The people think, oh, because I started at this time, it's gonna be a difference. Those the things that drive me, and keep me going or whatever, just the doubt.
When it comes,
and that'll never stop. That'll never stop.
Well, that means there's always fuel, right? There's always something to read to make you run that extra mile or something. You guys got the mentality, not me. I sit here and just watch, but I'm sure that's, enough to fire you up. But speaking of talk, around your career, and when the fans, when they see things like you and Keyshawn Davis, you go have a back and forth, but they know, they're smart enough to understand the business of boxing, and you're with PBC, he's with Top Rank. Should they even really give stuff like that energy, or should they just, if you're gonna put your energy in it, put your energy in like an Isak Cruz, go on his bumper, knock on his door, a realistic fight,
The thing is this is the thing, right? This is the thing, man. A lot of people just be talking off of who is known in the sport of boxing, right? So somebody said, everybody is discrediting this guy I'm finna fight. At the end of the day, he's a bronze medalist in the Olympics, right? So then it was recently, somebody said something about the dude I'm fighting, like didn't know who he was or whatever, and then mentioned Keyshawn or whatever, like, oh, he silver medalist. He knew who he was. What's the difference? Both of them got medals. It's just because this guy ain't known, and then one guy is known. So it just make it that much more of a, like, oh, both of the guys got medals, both of them will get beat. So it's just like, it's all about, boxing is all about like who's known, who more known, and that's what it's about, man.
When it comes to circle back to Cruz, though, do you think he doesn't want to fight you? He seems to kind of sometimes only be interested in, I want to rematch with Tank. I want to rematch with Tank. But you and him would be a great fight.
It would be a great fight. That's a fight that, we asked for. Hopefully we can still get it. But I feel that Isaac Cruz, he got his eyes so set on Tank that he don't want to fight nobody who he feel is a threat, and can mess that opportunity up, because that's what's gonna happen if you get in there with me.
Well, what would happen if he gets in there with you?
That Tank opportunity is out the window.
Well, then why would he want to take it then? No,
That's why you don't want to take it.
But yeah, you just made it sound a lot less tempting. No, but and then I just gotta ask you, man, getting ready for this fight, and you're in the same gym as some of the best fighters in the world. Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence. Are you sparring these guys anytime recently? Either one of them getting ready for your own fight?
No. We fighting. I'm fighting a right-hander and stuff. So
Right.
I've been having good sparring though. And then everybody else in the gym been getting good work, and everybody working, man. It's dope to be in a mix of everything, because it's like it's a lot going on, but it's like it's a good lot that's going on.
Are you
that makes sense.
Oh no, I think the world knows it's a good lot going on in that gym. Speaking of which, are you going to be sparring Ryan Garcia? And if you are, can you record it and send the tape to FightHype maybe?
Man, I can't do that. We can't do that.
But is that going to happen? Is that going to go down?
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen. Yeah,
ooh,
for sure.
Ooh, oh, is any part of you, while you guys are sparring, saying, we could be making millions doing this, Ryan?
Man, hey, it is what it is, man.
What's that? You seem like a very confident, but kind of a low ego. Maybe not low ego, but kind of, you seem like low key enough that you're not the type of personality that, now Ryan's in the gym and he's in my division and Derek's taking time away from me and all that. Like, you don't see, correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be an issue in that regard.
It ain't gonna stop nothing I got going on, so I ain't too much worried about it. I stay in my lane, and I just gotta keep doing what I do. I'm focused on being champion, so once I get all my accolades, everything, pan out how I want it to. But him being in the gym it is what it is.
Do you think, regardless of you sharing the trainer, some point you guys could get it on?
He might not wanna fight me, after we get in the ring and stuff. He may not want to fight me. We may become cool. You never know. You never know how that'll play out.
And then